Man, welcome to another edition of Conner Local TV, being brought to you by CO Management, DV Tracksuits. Big shout out to the mighty LDBC. Let me see. Community moderation. Defaults. Man, how the hell did y'all do that? I want to know how y'all did that. I want to know how y'all did. I wonder how y'all did that shit, man. What's going on, A-Wavy? I'm trying to figure out how. What's going on, Dirt Gang? I don't know how the hell they did subscriber mode only, man. Whatever it is, man. Whoever does that shit, that'd be dope if y'all could do that, man. Cause I don't know how to do that subscriber mode only shit. Right? But anyway, man, salute to everybody, man. We up in here, man. I just want to kind of briefly talk a little bit about the Probox card last night. I don't want to be long-winded with it or anything like that. It's just a little quick thoughts and shit on the fight, man. I don't know if this microphone is better off when I hold it or not, man, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it over here just in case, man. What's going on, front line, man? I know you probably enjoyed the fights last night, didn't you, man? I didn't watch the ESPN or other card and shit with the Navarretes of the world and all that. I watched the Pro Box card yesterday, man. Well, first of all, man, I want to give a big shout out to Box Life Promotions and Gonzalo Sapia. He had a fighter on that card on Pro Box yesterday. What's going on, Stephen Elder Mac? He had a fighter, that was a fighter of his that was in that card by the name of Ryan Main. They call him Main Event Main. And he went ahead, he's fighting super welter 154, man. And he got the stoppage, man, with a body shot, man. Like I said, that's one of Gonzalo Sapia's fighters. Gonzalo's a good friend of mine. I don't know much about Ryan, though, even though I've seen a few of his fights. Yeah, those were some good fights last night, man. It was off the chain for sure, man. So shout out to him, man. I might even call Gonzalo, man. Maybe I might even get Ryan Main on here, man, and do a quick little interview with him or something. And then we had my boy Dominique Valle, man. This is a 130 pounder that I've been talking real big about. He does have a brother by the name of Marquez Valle, but if y'all recall, even when I interviewed them both, I had told the other brother that I like the younger brother better, Dominique Valle, because to me he had better boxing skills, and that wasn't taking away anything from Marquez. I think Marquez Valle is a dog. I think he can still do something in the game of boxing, you know, and and the sky's the limit for both of them, man. But as far as my taste, I like Dominique Valle the most, man. It seems to me like he's more composed. It's like more like he's got I'm gonna put this microphone down. Fuck that shit. Y'all either hear me or you don't. Shit. I ain't gonna mess around with that mic like that. That's too much work. I just feel as though he's a more composed fighter, more patient fighter. He's one of those fighters that see things way ahead of time and stuff like that, man. And the more I'm watching him fight, the more I'm seeing him mature and shit like that, man. He got a unanimous decision yesterday, man. Proud of Dominique Valle. He fought Brandon Valdez, who, was a tough test. All of these fights on Pro Box, man, by the way, man, we're supposed to, they're pretty tough fights. They're pretty tough matchups. So it ain't like it's a gimme for anybody, man. Y'all smash the like button, though. I ain't gonna be on here long, but at least smash the like button. You know what I'm saying? I think Dominique Valle can become a champion, man. And you know what I like before I continue on about the rest of this card, right? Is you remember I told y'all that when Berlanga went back to his old trainer, that I like what he was doing and that I like where he was at, and now I'm seeing him starting to box a little more. That trainer just happens to be Mark Ferret, if I haven't told y'all already. Why am I leading into that? Because Mark Ferret trains all these fighters in Tampa Bay. That's where Edgar Belanga's training. That's where Dominique Valle is training. That's where Marquez Valle is training. That's where Darrell Valsaint is training. That's where Najee Lopez is training. That's where Erickson Lubin just trained just now. All under the same roof. That one trainer has all of those fighters under that same roof. And this is why I like what I'm seeing out of that group, man. They're like a squad, you know what I'm saying? And they lift each other up and all that, man. And this is why you see them always sticking together. That's why you'll see them at each other's fights, man. D-Man Jr. was good with your man. If y'all noticed, when Darrell Bell Saint went to fight, you know, Belanga was with him, walking him out, man. And Najee was over there in the corner as well, man. This is a group of people, man, that lift each other, man. That's why I say, man, you gotta understand what's going on to understand where they're going to, how they're elevating their game, how they're helping each other get better. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. Speaking of, Najee Lopez fought, right? This is a guy that I'm real high on, that I've been telling y'all about. Hey, this dude is, you know, he ain't nothing nice. He ain't nothing nice. He fought Juan Osuno, who was 22-2 with like 20 knockouts or something like that. Heavy hitter, man. Well, this was not supposed to be an easy fight. This was supposed to be a huge test for the likes of Najee Lopez, who's now 13-0. Najee Lopez has grown a lot since he first debuted. He has grown a lot. He used to rush a lot of his work when he was first starting his first couple of fights. He was smothered sometimes in shots, but I still saw the potential, and I saw, you know, how great he could become. And I knew that under Mark Ferret, he was going to continuously get better. And that is what I saw yesterday. I saw yesterday a very mature Najee Lopez that took his time, worked behind his jab. And when he got Ozuno hurt, he took his time and did not smother his work. Bro, he got Ozuno up out of there, man. Up out of there early. Najee Lopez, man. Light heavyweight. If I believed in them back then, after watching the performance he put out yesterday, I don't think anybody should be doubting where Najee Lopez could go. That is a future champion. The only thing that can stop him is him. If Najee Lopez stays focused and keeps doing the right things and keeps growing as a fighter, there's no stopping him, man. That man is going to be a world champion. No doubt about it in my mind, man. And he looked great. Who was the one that yeah. Nicholas Flas fought Alan Sanchez, man. I know a lot of people were saying, man, we got a problem at 147. Nicholas Flas is in there, man. And while I do love Nicholas Flas, and I know that he's a very talented fighter, he's very creative, very unorthodox, man. He's one of those fighters that he usually swims without getting wet. And what I mean by that is he'll go inside and toy with you and hit you. And at the same time, he's got so much movements and angles he's throwing while he's fighting that he's hard to hit, you know. And I heard the commentator say it was almost like he had some headphones on listening to music. That's exactly what I describe it as well. It's almost like he's listening to music in his ears and he's going to that rhythm, you know. And I'm big on Nicholas Flas, but I still have some hesitation with him because man, for those who know, you know. he can be knocked out. I've seen Janelson Figueroa knock him out. I believe it was either on the first or the second round when they fought each other, man. And as much as I love Nicholas Flaws and I support him and all that, I can't seem to get that out of my mind. I can't seem to erase that out of my head. Like, damn, if he gets hit again like that, is that it again? You know what I'm saying? Is that it? I don't know. That's where I got a little bit of question at, man. And how do you change this to subscriber mode only, man? I wish I knew how to do that shit. I wish I knew how to do that. What's going on, Skywalker Media? So that's my only concern with Nicholas Flaws, that I have seen him falter before. Uh, and that's not really a knock on him, man. It's not. It really ain't. I'm a big believer that fighters, you know, they can have bad nights and they can come back from it and bounce back and be strong. Nicholas Floss has clearly shown that. He's ran off a bunch of victories now and has pulled off several upsets. But as for me, I still have that picture of Janelson Figueroa knocking him out. I just can't erase that out of my head. I can't. I would like to. Maybe that's just a one-off, man. Maybe that will never happen again with Nicholas Flaws. I don't know. But it is a image that I can't get out of my head, man. So that's where I'm at with it, man. Let me see. Where you at, Frontline? I know you texted me, Frontline. Let me see. Well, Frontline, you don't have a super wrench. Where you at, Frontline? Okay, let me remove that and put it back on you. All right, man, Frontline. I gave it to you, man. So if you can figure it out, go for it. Go for it, man. Because what I don't want is a distraction over here. You know, I don't want a distraction like I did have the last time. So if it's on subscriber mode only, I should be good to go and safe, man, and nobody should be able to bother us or nothing like that. I don't know if I do. I got All right, well, whatever, man. I'm gonna leave that alone, man. Anthony Bolton, salute to you, man. I gave you a super wrench, Frontline. Let me see if you can figure that out, man. Flies came back after that and hasn't made a mistake yet. And I agree with you, Frontline, and I love him to death for it. I believe in him. But you know, when you see something, you just can't get it out of your mind. It's like, bro, that's where I'm at with it, man. It's stuck in my mind, bro. And I know that doesn't mean anything. You know, that may never happen to him again. And it was John Ellison who can punch like a mule. If y'all remember, that's the guy who knocked down Brian Norman Jr. So for him to knock out Floss the way he did, it's not a surprise or anything like that. It's not a shocker. It's just something that's still stuck in my mind. And I appreciate that, man. I wish I see it won't let me do it. And I'm the goddamn owner of the channel and I can't do it. Ain't that some shit? But I appreciate that, man. Now there's another guy on this card, man, that I've talked about a lot. I got a direct hit last night on Flaws KO4. Flash looked good. Slick Rick was good with your man. I ain't gonna lie, I like this new camera, man. This camera's sharp as hell, bro. The only problem is I got this damn fucking browser open. See if I change it, watch. See that? I got that box rec open. If I open it, watch, it's gonna brighten me up. Bam! It's like a flash on me. You know what I'm saying? But we had, let me get the name of the opponent, man. We had Darrell Valsaint against Rodolfo Orozco. Now, Rodolfo Orozco Now, Darrell Val Saint, his nickname is Blast. He fights at 154. Rodolfo Orozco is the guy that took Conor Benn the distance. They went the distance with him. And when I tell you that this Darrell Val Saint is the truth, Blast, as they call him, another future champ. This is why I like that gym. I think everybody in that gym could be a champion. Call me crazy. But Blast Val Saint went in there, man, and picked apart Rodolfo Orozco and got him out of there. And got him out of there in his young career. Where you have people that are already veterans like a Conor Benn that couldn't do that. That should be saying and speaking a lot of volume about Darrell Val Saint, man. And what I liked about Val Saint, one thing I've noticed that was in common with everybody that fights out of that gym is every last one of them looked way more polished than they've ever looked. Orozco was the same dude that popped dirty against Ben, and Val Saint still picked them apart. Yeah. Every last one of them looked like they have stepped their level up. It's almost like they're elevating together. Man, Blast Val Saint, man. That man ain't nothing nice, man. All I'm gonna say is, man, that's another person that we're gonna have to watch at 154, man. And I know I got my favorites at 154. You know, y'all know I'm still a Charles Conwell supporter. That's my guy, Charles Conwell, and will always be. But this guy's a problem as well. Darrell Val Saint is a problem. I gotta keep it a buck and tell you that guy is a serious problem, man. Now, Erickson Lubin and Ardrell Holmes and shit. I don't know, man. Like, look, Erickson Lubin did exactly what he had to do and got Ardrell Holmes out of there in the 11th round, but it seemed like the fight was like at a slow pace. It seemed like Shawal, how you doing? Man, how do I put this into words, man? It just seemed like the fight wasn't moving, you know? Val Saint, the only person to stop Orozco, yes. Brian Polacco's mine too, man, but he got to get his shit together. You're right. You're right. You know, I got to call him and see what the hell's going on with him, man. But that Lubin fight seemed like it was like, eh. It didn't seem like it was an eliminator. You know what I'm saying? It didn't seem like, damn, man. And, you know, Erickson Lubin, my guy, man, but he got the job done at the end of the day. I just don't know if the way he's fighting is going to be enough for him to get a title. I just don't know. Now, that's one guy I'm hoping I'm wrong about. Man. Holmes was trying to limit everything Lubin was giving him after about the 4 or 5 round. He didn't like what was coming at him. Nah, he didn't. I heard Lubin said he was taking it slow because he thought he may have ring rust. I mean, a lot of that stuff could have played a factor, I guess. Well, let me do this, man. Let me do this, right? Let me do this. I wasn't completely pleased with his performance, but I didn't hate it either. And so, since I'm a fair person, man, I always do this, right? Let me wait for his next fight and see what we get out of him before I rush to tell you my true thoughts on him. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Kamara? I don't want to. I didn't like the fight. I just didn't, though. I didn't, you know. But if he comes out in the next fight, man, gangbuster and all that, I'm like, oh, okay, 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 that makes sense. He was taking it easy, you know, blah blah blah. I get it. Took some rounds to get the rust off. Lewis started to look better in the later rounds. Yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. Red Rum, I haven't been in here forever. Let me get my man wrenched up. Red Drum, I got you, bro. I got you. All right. Now this was supposed to be a quickie and shit like that. I guess what I could do, right? I got my thoughts off on these fights. That's Let me put my headset on. That's if anybody wants to y'all don't have to if you don't want to. I'm just saying if anybody had any input, man, or disagree with any of the fights that I talked about, or maybe you watched the Top Rank card and you want to tell us a little bit about that, you can. You know, if not, I'm gonna go ahead and start wrapping it up. I didn't want to be on here like extra long or nothing like that. I just wanted to. I felt like I haven't done a post fight properly in a while, and I almost didn't do this one. What I was gonna do was a pre-recorded one and upload it. I said, nah. I'm gonna go ahead and do the live, man. Now I was trying to get a hold of anybody that is a content creator that uses Restream that's on the Mac. Because the problem that I'm running into right now that I'm trying to fix and I'm trying to figure out, right? And I did Google it and I thought I changed the settings to where I needed to have the settings and shit, right? But it's not allowing me to share the screen. It keeps it's not letting me select what I want to, select. Like I got another screen over here on my left. And like let's say I got the fights going on over here, something like that, or whatever I got playing over there, and I hit the share screen thing on there, it will not allow me to bring that screen in here like I was doing when I had my Windows computer connected. And I don't know exactly what the hell to do to get that right. So I may have to call Trill Will because Trill Will is the only one that I know for a fact that has Macs, you know, Macintosh and shit like that. Uh I don't know. I may even go on YouTube, but I didn't see anything specifically directly at that though. So, and why is that important, man? Because sometimes, we go backstage to watch the fights together, like me and Shawar. We like to, congregate. We'll drop the link and we'll be backstage, without being on air. We'll just be watching the fights together, on this platform here, man. So I like to get that working again. Cause what's going on at Reach? I like to get that working again with my MacBook Pro because um I enjoy watching the fights with the likes of Shawwa and Ack and all, the people that are family, man. I switched back to StreamYard. I used to have Restream. I can't use, man, that StreamYard is just, yeah, I get it, Shawwa, but I can't see myself paying double. You know what I'm saying? I can't see myself paying double. You know, I think StreamYard just got too greedy, man. Like, yeah, what is it, like $50 a month? Let me look that up, man. I guarantee you, man. Let me see. Yeah, they too greedy, man. Let me see pricing. Well, they don't even have the prices up now. Oh, they don't even want to put the prices up now, huh? Nah, bro. I just know they got too expensive for me, bro. $44. $44, man. $44 for StreamYard, bro. Restream is 20 bucks. Like, that's more than double, man. More than double, man. And I don't think that has anything to do with the share screen, because the share screen option is the same. I just think that on the Mac, we have to go through a different setting to allow it to maybe take the firewall down or something, man, that I haven't figured out yet. Because I was sharing the screen just fine on Restream when I had the Windows computer. So it's not an issue of being Restream or StreamYard. Not at all, man. Nah, I can't pay double for that shit, man. Ain't no way, man. Can't do it, man. But listen, man, that Probox card was fire. That's the one I watched. I think everybody on there, my guest or co-host, couldn't type to chat and Restream, but I missed the camera quality and layout of Restream. I share StreamYard with Jose. Yeah, I can't do that, man. I couldn't do that, bro. I couldn't share my damn shit, bro. Like, nah, bro. I can't share my damn shit like that. I don't know how y'all do that. How do y'all come up with that? Nah, bro. I couldn't do it, man. And I got love for a lot of folks, and I still wouldn't do a half and half with none of them, man. I ain't gonna do it, bro. I don't give a damn. It could be at Wayne, my sister Shawa. Nah, we ain't. If I can't pay for it myself, man, I ain't messing with it, bro. I ain't trying to. No. And you know what? It's not even the fact about the money. I got the money. I can afford it. I just can't justify it. I can't justify it, man. I love that Kakachi versus Wood. I knew it would be a good fight. Hey, listen, man, I only caught like the last 2 rounds and shit. Like, for real, man, Kakachi knocked old boy out, bro. I think Lee Wood, man, need to retire. That's it for him, man. So I did catch the ending of that, man, and I did like that Wood wave to the crowd. He was like, hey, man, thanks for everything. This is it. I can't do this no more. Salute to Lee Wood and shit, man. But Kakachi is 36 years old, man. I found out he was 36 years. I say I don't watch these folks, right? The only reason I even turned it on was because of the pick'ems and shit. So I did, I kind of like had it up there. And when I saw Kakachi knock him out, and then they was talking about his age and all that, I'm like, oh, so this guy ain't gonna be around too long then. Yeah, he might have looked good, but 36 years old, man. What's going on, Joe Townsend? Hey, man, I ain't got the board hooked up, man, to the system, man. Matter of fact, I put the you still like Lee Wood, but I think he waved to the crowd goodbye, Shawa. I think he said his goodbyes to him, man. I don't think he should fight no more, man. He done been knocked out a couple of times now in a nasty fashion, man. I don't know. 903 boxing, what's good with you, man? 903 be rapping his little ass off, man. We ain't nothing little about 903. That's a big motherfucker, but he be rapping his ass off, hey? Uh-huh. They not like us. They not like us. He did his own version of that shit. Y'all should go check that shit out, man. That goddamn 903. I don't even know, man, where you be getting all the breath from, bro. I ain't no big man like you, man, can have that long of a breath, bro. Warrington retired last year and he's back. Yeah. Well, the thing about these fighters, though, Shawar, is that they think they want to retire, and then when they retire, they ain't got nothing to do. And then they can't figure out what to do with their life. They have no plan B. So next thing you know, they go back and box again. when they know they shouldn't box. You want me to give you another prime example? Jose Pedraza. I wish that man would never fight again. And he keeps coming back. He keeps coming back. He keeps coming back. And he keeps getting his ass whooped. Bro, man, enough is enough, man. There has to come a point in time when you as a fighter should be like, yo, I am. And yeah, boxing is an addiction, but I'm going to tell you what else is an addiction. Getting your ass beat. You cannot get addicted to getting your ass beat, bro. Like, you cannot. There has to come a point in time where you're like, yo, man, my pride cannot let me keep going out here and looking like this. You have to have some kind of pride, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I got to that point, man, where I was getting run off the block like that, I'm like, yeah, shit. If I constantly keep getting run off this block, then maybe I don't need to go to the block no more. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I don't need to be on the block no more. I keep getting pushed out of there. Just like in poker, you got to know when to fold them, right? You got to know when to, you got to know when to let go, man. You got to know when to let go. You can't just, legacy, your kids growing up. Like if I was a professional boxer, man, and I got to the point where I wasn't performing to my peak and I knew that was it, yo, I'm calling it quits. I got to walk away from it, man, because, my pride won't let me go out there and look like shit. I couldn't look at myself in the mirror, man, and knowing that my kids are going to see this shit, and be like, damn, man, Pops, why you keep fighting when you kept getting your ass whooped? Did you catch the Universal Promotion card last time? Or the Amanda Serrano car in District T-Mobile? Nope, did not. Nope, I didn't, Frontline. What's going on, Mr. Shelton? I think Joey Spencer should retire, but he's young enough to keep going, but he's old in the ring. Man, my point is, man, there got to come a point in time, man. You don't want your kids asking, man, why you kept going in there getting your ass whooped like that, Pops? God damn, bro. You in there looking like shit, bro. You over here putting our name over here on the bad side of the world, on the bad side of history. And these guys have enough money to live and invest. Yes, I agree. Got to be a cutoff point. Yeah. But that also tells me that they don't have people around them looking out for them either. That's what that also tells me, man, because there ain't no way if I had a fighter, man, that was looking like shit. Well, I've done it. I've done it. I've done it. I told one of my fighters, "Oh, I'm not getting you no more fights. I'm not going to participate in that. If you want to keep on fighting, it ain't going to be with me. It's not going to be under me. I'm not going to keep putting you in that position like that, right? And then I'll feel guilty if something happens to you." So I could speak from experience. I said, nope. I said, but I tell you what you can do if you want to stay in the sport. And this is what a lot of these other boxers should be thinking, right? I told them, look, what you should do is you should go train. You should work in the gym. Train these fighters. You got a very knowledgeable boxing mind. Do that. You don't have to get out of the sport completely. You can have an impact on the sport without actually fighting yourself. You could become a trainer. You could work a corner. You know what I'm saying? You could be a cut man or whatever. You could do anything you want in the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Bang, bang, boogie, what's good with you, man? I wouldn't want no more fights if I keep getting flipped every time. Exactly, man. You know? And so I have done that. I have sacrificed and done that before. I've told some, I'm not gonna put names out there, nothing like that. I'm not here to, because all of them, I consider them family, and I love them to death. I would never say anything to make them look bad or anything like that. So that's why I don't mention names. But when I do things like that, I do it out of love, and I tell them that there's other avenues that they could pursue without having to be out of boxing and shit like that. You know, uh I've had people that I've told um that wanted to be more involved in boxing and shit like that. I've helped a lot of people out. I say, hey man, you know what, man? I said, even if you don't train or do any of that shit, why don't you go learn how to wrap hands? Go how to wrap. Why? Why would I learn how to wrap hands? I'm like, bro. I said, you don't know how many times I've been at these events, right? And we're back there, or I'm there with one of my fighters or whatever. The B side, there's a lot of these B side people that don't have nobody to wrap their hands. You can learn how to wrap hands, go to one of these events, be back there, wrapping hands, making some side money. Do you think WBO will strip T over his belt for the latest liquor comment? I don't know. I hope they do. Greg Hackett fought and he won last night. Man, shit, man. Come on. Come on, Act. Come on, Act. Come on, Act. Come on, man. My point is there's always another way to be still relevant in the sport of boxing, and you don't have to be actually boxing. You know what I'm saying? And wrapping hands is a good little side hustle, believe it or not, bro. It's a good little side hustle, man. You get your name buzzing out there a little bit, man. Everybody is going to be wanting your services, man. I've seen people, man, like uh charge $100 and up for a hand wrap, bro. I've seen it with my own eyes, man. So there's always a side hustle in that, man. Me personally, I don't, I stay away from all that shit. I do other things. Uh that's one of the reasons I don't go to a lot of these events anyway, man, because a lot of these folks know me, and next thing you know, they put me to work. They put me to work. Shawar, every time I go, they want to put me to work. Say, hey man, such and such ain't got nobody in his corner, man. Come on, Kano, work his corner. Now, and I've done that a bunch of times, right? But the problem with that is, man, that I don't know these motherfuckers, man. Now I gotta work a corner. I don't know what this man brings to the table. You know what I'm saying? And you go up there like guessworking, like, okay, well, I don't know if this dude got dog in him or not. I don't even know if he's got skills or not. Is he a good listener? Does he follow instructions? All of this you're gonna find out on the fly, bro. And yeah, I do it. I do it, but sometimes I just want to go to the event and enjoy the event. And a lot of times when especially when it comes to the Florida events, anytime at one of them Florida events, they drag me back there, man. They gonna drag me back there. Hey man, you work this corner? Hey man, can you work that corner? Yo, can you do this? And I'm like, wait a minute, man. I came in here as a spectator. Now you got me in the back. Shawab, I'm telling you, if you learn it, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. I tell you no lie, there's money in that. I I'm telling you, man. Yeah, I gotta be like a substitute teacher, D Man Junior, man. And sometimes sometimes I actually enjoy it a lot, and sometimes I'm like, damn, I can't believe I worked this motherfucker's corner. I'm like, what the fuck did I get into? You know what I'm saying? Yes, yes, frontline. But them licenses are not hard to get. Uh well, let me rephrase that. It depends on what state. It depends on what state you are trying to license in. You see the boxing. Boxing is one of those places where You have to get a license in every state. And what I mean by that, let's say I'm a trainer, right? Or a manager, or trainer. Let's just say trainer. I got my license to work the corners here in Florida. When I went to Mississippi, I had to get a license in Mississippi to work a corner. You go to Vegas, you got to get a Vegas license to work Vegas. Same with Virginia. Every state, you have to license, and that license is only good for 1 year. You got to renew it every year. Now, every state has different qualifications for them licenses. Puerto Rico has the strictest one of them all, man. It ain't because I'm from Puerto Rico. It's just because I am from Puerto Rico, that I know that theirs are a little harder to get than the rest of these licenses. And they all cost a different amount of money. So that's one thing that you got to take into mind. That's one thing you got to take to. Yeah, Jack. You got to be comfortable being around a lot of blood. Yeah, now the cut man thing, I did it, and I would like to say I'm good at it, but at the same token, I went to Biloxi. Hey, let me say something about Mississippi too. The audacity of them to charge, man, Mississippi charged more for the license than Vegas. Mississippi. But how the hell y'all charging more than Las Vegas for a trainer license? What? Man, the motherfuckers, boy, I tell you what, they was raping, boy, they was red, but they'll rape a motherfucker in Mississippi, bro. When it comes to them license, oh man, they taxing the shit out of you. Taxing the shit out of you. I'm like, damn, Mississippi. Yeah. Yeah, that's like 3 hours. Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, Mr. Shelton. I ain't like Mississippi, man. I ain't shit. I ran into a lot of dumb shit over there, man. Like, nah, I'm good on that, man. I'm good on the sip, man. Speaking of cuss, what did you? I didn't watch the fight, act. I mean, I gotta be on, man. I watched the Probox card, bro. You got to be like a surgeon. You got to know how to stop the bleeding and sew it up. Let me say something about that. Let me say something about that. Let me say something about that, man. That shit was easy to me, man. That shit was easy to me, man. Because all I did was I took a case of Vaseline and I dropped a tube of adrenaline in there. I mixed it all up and shit like that. Put it in the fridge. Then when we went to the fight, if you got a cut, you swipe that on there. And it is perfectly legal. That's why I be laughing at all these motherfuckers talking about, oh man, Stitch Man, the Stitch Man, the Stitch Man. And I'm like, bro, he ain't doing nothing different than what I would do. I know what he's using. I know what he's using. If you are OG in the game, you know what he's using. You know he got adrenaline in that Vaseline. I know that. A lot of folks don't even know how to even get a hold of that. And that's why you see a lot of these corners can't stop a bleed for shit. Then you got the OGs that know about all of this shit and know every little technique, and including with that adrenaline in there on mixed with the Vaseline, boom, everything stops instantly, bro. Instantly. I told y'all Connor wasn't watching no other fights. I don't know why they would think, bro, that I would watch anything when Probox is on and all of them people that I mess with are on that card. I'm not watching nothing else. I was gonna watch Erickson Lubin. I was gonna watch Najee Lopez. I was gonna watch Darrell Velsaint. I was gonna watch Nicholas Flores. I was gonna watch Dominique Valle. But I'm not taking my eyes off of that channel to watch nothing else, bro. I'm gonna support my people. I'm gonna support the ones I know deserve that support. That's who deserve my support to me. Panda couldn't stop the bleeding on that girl's cut when he was the cut man. They don't know about none of that. Man, listen, man. If you know, you know, man. If you know, you know, man. But how did we get off subject anyway? I was doing a fucking post fight and we got into all this other shit and my goodness, man. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I guess my point, what I was trying to tell everybody though, man, that these boxers that go past their time to fight have options. Oh, Lopez and Flores looked good last night. Yes, they did, and so did Daryl Valsain. Ain't nobody ever stopped that dude. He stopped. Ain't nobody ever stopped him, man. Blast. Yo, that shit, hey. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, and to think that they all are under the same roof training, and to think that they're under the same roof training. I'm talking about Najee Lopez, Dominique Valle, Daryl Valsain, Edgar Berlanga, Erickson Lubin, all these people under that same roof, working together, feeding off each other. Man, fuck you, D-Man Jr., man. Now, y'all be doing that. That's y'all fault. Yeah, we were talking during the, yeah. Lubin did good. Shout out to Florida. Yeah, man. Shit, man. I'm telling you, man. Right, 903, 903, bro. Tell him. Have I not been talking about Blast Val Saint? Have I not been talking about Blast Val Saint 903? They weren't trying to hear me though. Probox needs to stop with the Saturday fight cards. It's becoming conflicting. No, why? I wasn't interested in the other card. I didn't give a damn about that other card. Bang bang. Y'all didn't even know there was a fight card on Top Rank. I didn't even know and didn't care. The minute they announced that Probox card and I saw who was on that card, I didn't care about nothing else Saturday. I didn't care about no other fight card on Saturday. I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. All them killers on that Probox card, bro? What? What? I don't need nothing else other than that. Man, y'all can keep that conflicting narrative if y'all want. Bang Bang and Shawab. Y'all can keep that narrative if y'all want. Y'all can keep it. Not me. It was nothing conflicting about it to me. I was good with the Probox card. I was perfectly fine watching Probox. Well, technically speaking, you can watch it all if you want still. I got a TV up there that I could put Dazzin on. I got a screen over here. I could put goddamn Probox on, and another screen here if I want to watch the ESPN card. I have the ability to watch three. Well, if I want to get my iPad out, I could watch four cards at the same time if I want. But I wasn't watching that other shit. For what? That's like everybody last week talking about, oh man, Daddy New Way card saved the weekend. Oh, Daddy New Way card saved the weekend. I'm like, who? Either who? I didn't watch that card. I ain't watched that card. Yo, I'm serious about who I support. Yeah, I'm dead ass serious about who I support. And if I don't like you as a fighter, I'm not watching you. If I don't like you as a fighter, I'm not watching you. I don't like Inoue. I didn't watch him. I had no need to watch him. For what? I'm consistent with mine, man. The only way I will watch him if he fights somebody that I like. That's like the Canelo and Skull fight. I didn't watch it. I didn't care for it. I don't care for Canelo. Now, Canelo about to fight Bud Crawford, I'm watching it. Are you hearing what I'm saying? There's got to be something in it for me to watch it. If Canelo would have faced Benavidez, I'm watching. Canelo fights Skull? Nah, not watching. Canelo fighting the UK people? Not watching. Not watching. They're lucky I even watched Bivol and Berterbiev. They're lucky I even watched that. And I got forced to watch that by Act because he wanted to talk about it on a motherfucking True Spiel show. Otherwise, I wouldn't have watched that shit either. They talked about that fight like it was Hagler Hearns. Ah! The audacity, y'all, to say that Shakur fought an electrician, but won't say Inoue fought a motherfucking Uber driver is puzzling to me. Where's the consistency? Come on. Or should I do like this? Huh? Huh? Where the consistency at? I'm saying the man worked for Lyft and Uber. Oh, Inoue did such a great. But then Shakur, oh, he fought an electrician. Shit, I think an electrician is better than an Uber driver. Come on. Y'all got all this praise for that man who ain't even from here. Right? But see, then they want to throw the argument that I threw at him, right? Hey, he fought an Uber driver and got dropped up in that bitch, bro. Fought an Uber driver and got dropped. Boy, man. I'm just saying, bro. They're like, oh, man. But these fighters, right? Hey, these fighters, a lot of them don't have, the privilege, so they got to work another job. Well, ain't that what I was telling y'all about Padley? But y'all didn't want to hear that excuse. It wasn't good enough for Padley, but it's good enough for whatever that dude's name is. It ain't good enough for what? What is the name? Cardenas, Cordero, Cadenas, whatever the fuck his name was. Right? Y'all can make the excuse for him, but you can't make it for Padley. Make it make sense to me. And you want me to watch what? You want me to watch? Nah, it ain't gonna happen, bro. That ain't gonna happen, man. Look at Shawa. I fucks with Padley and Cardenas. Oh, shit. Shawa, that's my sister and shit. Shalom. But still, they still getting cooked, though. Inoue got dropped the same way Abdullah Mason did, but guess which one got criticized? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Mr. Ice Cream Man. Oh, my goodness. I'm gonna leave that sitting on the damn. Let me leave that sitting on the screen a minute. Black Star Sports TV, what's good with you, man? Let me rent you up, bro. Let me get you right. Ooh wee. Boy, can I just let that sit right there? Right there. Right there. Right there. There you go. There you go. Whoo. What? Yep, Abdullah definitely got more criticism than Inoue, but Abdullah, a prospect, Inoue supposedly. I'm gonna put the supposedly in there for you, 903. Supposedly a pound for pound king. I tell you what, that ain't the first time that Inoue been dropped. That only happened to Abdullah Mason that one fight, and he learned from it. He learned from it. He got back up and whooped ass, and he learned from it. I really highly doubt he ever makes that same mistake again. Yet, Inoue continues to make that same mistake, and he's always going to be open to that. And the minute he fights somebody with a heavy hand, it's night-night. He ain't getting back up one of these times. He ain't getting back up. He ain't getting back up. 903 said the boy been dropped by 2 different C-level fighters, and we still out here capping for him being top 3 pound for pound. The same shot, Shawar. The same exact punch. And you can't even tell me. Now, these same people, right? And bring the mic over here. Let me ask y'all a question, bro. No, I better not. I better not. I better not. I better not. Let me leave that alone. When he gets stopped at 126, they're going to say he was too little. You know that's what they're going to do, 903. You know what they're going to do. If I recall, man, I'm not that impressed with his resume, to be honest with you. He got Nonito Donaire on there, but Nonito was already old. You know, you're not gonna tell me that was a prime Nonito Donaire. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And I love Nonito Donaire, man. Shout out to Nonito Donaire, Hall of Famer, man. No question in my mind. But when he fought Inoue, he was not in his prime no more. He wasn't. So if you really think about it, did he fight anybody that's a Hall of Famer, pound for pound level at their prime? Does he have anybody that fits that criteria on his resume? God damn it. Back up, back up, back up. Does he? Yeah, no. I know. It got quiet. Let me see something. Hello? Hello? Calling all Inoue fans. I don't hear no answers from y'all. I think he's overrated. Jelly Bean, what's good with you, man? I guess my point is don't ever, ever, ever ask me, did I watch him fight? I'm consistent with my shit, man. I'm very consistent with it, man. Man, hopefully y'all smash the like button, man, because let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all some dirty motherfuckers, man. Y'all some dirty motherfuckers, man. I told you I was doing a quick live, and y'all pushed me to do an hour. Look at Shawa. Look at Shawa. I like Nakatani, though. So, anyway, in the way, got dropped 3 times by C-level fighters, and an OG Monito broke his face. Nonito broke his face, but he's a monster. Exactly. Jelly Bean, you still in Naptown? You still in Indiana? Damn, I think Jelly Bean in Indiana, right? I don't know how y'all be talking me into this shit, man. I don't be wanting to be on here this long. I be trying to do my 20-minute, 30-minute lives and get the fuck out the way. Let somebody else do their thing. God, I'm just saying, man. But listen, man, y'all know I appreciate y'all as always. Hopefully y'all smash the like button. Hopefully I offended a few people. You know what I'm saying? Because if I didn't offend at least 1 or 2 people, man, I ain't do my job. You know I love to do that. I like that. You know what I'm saying? But this always brought to you by CO Management, DV Tracksuits. Big shout out to the mighty LDBC. Conor Logo TV. Yo, man, I'm up out of here, man. On to the next.